Alright, welcome back to Nicholas Comic Corner Classic, Less Known Classic. This is episode number 1970, Doubleshot number 1864. I have roughly two trades basically discussed here, both from DC. Now, basically, the one thing particularly these both books in common is that these characters have power based in sci-fi. Mostly, anyways. Okay, first we have Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, Book 1. I saw it from a comic shop. I figured, why not get this damn thing? And this book is very recently released, like just this year. This book collects the first 12 issues of the second volume of Blue Beetle published by DC Comics from 2006. Yes, I kind of get the reason why DC did this, because Blue Beetle is popular, still popular this very day. I think also because there's a rumor about the Blue Beetle movie supposed to about movies Blue Beetle supposed to be part of, and plus also they had that Blue and Gold miniseries released by Dan Jurgens. Now this book is written by Keith Giffen and not James Amadeus, surprisingly. This actually is the first of two volumes he ever did for the book. The other, of course, was the most recent book for the series. He did the first 12 issues with James Amadeus, which is awesome. This book deals with John Rogers. Now, the artwork is done by Cully Hammer. Yes, Cully Hammer. Raphael Albuquerque, Duncan Rago, Cynthia Martin, Kevin West, Phil Moy, Casey Jones, and Jack Purcell. Cully Hammer does this really good cover right here. Now, this contains the first 12 issues. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay, so this book here is basically taking place 1 year after the events of Crisis of Earths. Now, interesting fun fact with Blue Beetle is not really publicized very much about this character. Did you know this character is a creation of Jeff Johns? Yes, seriously, he's a creation of Jeff Johns. Despite the fact Jeff Johns never read his comic book per se, but he did technically create him, making his first appearance Infinite Crisis number 1. Now, this book was released probably not long after that particular event came out, and this basically was one of the things released for 1 year later. Now, pretty much in the way, this does take place 1 year after Events of Crisis of Earths, where they kind of basically detail a little bit of how Jaime guy is Beetle, goes into space, he disappears, he's gone for like a whole year. He gets filled with great Guy Gardner, which this play a role a little bit later on in this run. And also, basically, Jaime is just, starting out as a hero. He tells his family about it, though they're basically not very happy with this particular arrangement. The only person basically is pretty reasonable about it is his father. Though he asked him, why you have a cane for? He asked him, he asked his mom. No one tell him. He asked one of his closest friends, what the heck happened? Why does he have a cane? Now, as for why the heck his parents won't tell him, why the heck his father's walking with a freaking cane now, don't really know. Now, they do mention this mechanic who's very unreliable, who keeps calling in sick. So, it turns out this particular mechanic shot him and he's now in jail. Yes, seriously, a man who they admit they should have fired. But no, kept him on. Oh, and by the way, he had this freaking thing of trying to ask his dad for a part-time job, which I would think basically he would do it, but for some reason, nope, he just did not want him to do it. Yeah, I get the fact he's doing schoolwork, but it's part-time. He could basically do it split between two of them. Now, here's the thing. High schools do this all the time, doing part-time job. Heck, where I work, basically, I work with high schoolers during the summertime. Though, some of these people I don't see. Also, I see people also coming into work when I'm basically ready to leave. Now, we also see the introduction here, aside from the debut. Now, Jaime himself was debuting Crisis of Infinite Earths. Actually, it was Infinite Crisis. This book had debuted his parents, his sister, his two friends, Brenda and Paco. They also bring out the posse in here, which is a group that Paco had to join. We also have La Dama, who was Brenda's aunt. They do bring up the fact that Brenda's father was murdered by La Dama, purely because the fact that Her father was very abusive toward her, so basically she ranks him a murder. And in fact, she loved her niece really, really much. Yeah, she might like her own daughter, which I have nothing really to say to that. I have a couple of nieces myself, so would I do something like that? No, because my brother-in-law is a very good father to my nieces. Yes, he is. Especially my adorable 2-year-old niece, Penelope. Yep, but in the case of this, like, we also see the Peacemaker pop up in here. Though, here's the strange thing. When I did a little research on this particular version of Peacemaker, it's not been confirmed this is the same one from the Charlton comics. It's just some guy with a bunch of tattoos in the military. Now, at first, they suspect Blue Beetle's powers are from magic. And then it's, nope, not from magic. It's actually alien tech. The Rebirth will retcon it where it was actually magic all along. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But in the case of this book, it's really good. I give this book a 10 out of 10 because it's just that damn good. Excuse me. Now, if you're curious, how much is this book? $29.99. Yes, that's how much I bought it for. And if you're curious, is it well worth paying the price for that? Yes, because you're getting 12 issues. Now, the book basically also has an appearance here where he talks to Oracle. Yes, Barbara Gordon, when she was in that period of time where she confined to a wheelchair. Yep, but just good. You can think of this book as basically just building blocks for the series itself. Basically, some a lot of plot threads. And plus, also, you can see it as 2 original trades, which originally released as Cell Shocked and Road Trip. That's what these trades originally released as. They should click in here, and then basically what DC did is they just combined the one. Simple as that. Yep. Alright, moving on to a different book we have. I can't think of a hand secretary for this one, but I figured why not discuss this here. We have Legion Lost. This actually is the second volume for the series because the original volume was a 12-issue max series released back in 2000. Yeah, this came roughly 11 years later. Now, this book contains the first 7 issues of Legion Lost Volume 2. Now, Legion Lost is basically various members of Legion superheroes trapped in the past. And these members are comprised of, well, these people are Dawnstar, Timberwolf, Wildfire. Yes, he's a guy basically wearing a big humongous suit. Like Dawnstar, Tellus, and Durak. Of course, it's joined by Gates and Chameleon Girl. Now, they're trapped in the past and basically trying to figure out a way to get back to the future. By the way, in case you're curious still, but this book ends, did they get back to the future? Nope, book was abruptly canceled due to low sales after issue 16, which I will be discussing basically the remaining issues, including its crossover with Teen Titans in the very next Comic Corner. This book is written by Fabian Nicieza of all people. You're thinking, Fabian Nicieza? Have you met Fabian Nicieza before, Nick? Yes, I have. Met my Comic-Con. Actually brought with me an issue of Cable from the side because he basically wrote the damn issue. Now, of course, Fabian Nicieza does the writing for this book. This book is also co-written by another name that's familiar. I met this guy. Nope, never met him before. Tom DeFalco. Yes, Tom DeFalco, a former editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, who was also a really good writer. We have Pete Woods on the artwork here. Pete Woods also does this cover right here, along with Brand Anderson, who's the interior, who's the colors here. Now, for the start of the series, it's actually pretty good. Nothing really terrible here. Just have the characters trapped in the past, and basically struggling to survive here in the course of the come back together. Wildfire. Now, in case you're curious, though, by the way, he looks like that's him right there. If you're curious about, give this book a 9 out of 10. Now, if you're curious, why does Wildfire wear this containment suit? It's his powers. That's simply the reason for it. I believe he's a creation of Jerry Conway, because Jerry Conway basically was working on the book. Because America correctly, he joined during the Bronze Age of comics. No, he actually, I thought he was, but he technically wasn't booked when Jerry Conway wrote the book. He's a creation of, get this, Cary Bates and David Cockrum. Sadly, David Cockrum passed away about 16 years ago. Cary Bates, very much alive. Yep. If you're curious when I first showed up, it was issue 195 of Superboy and a Legion of Superheroes. That was the original version of the character, who did appear in the Legion Lost book. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just a pretty good start for the series. Definitely looking forward to discussing the rest of the series at when next Comic Corner. But not much to say about these two books. They're really good. Now, if you're curious, though, what happened to the anime I promised basically to do today? Well, I had to basically go golfing today. Came back and then, fell asleep because I was so tired when I came back from golfing. Yes, I was just so tired because I woke up early this morning to go golfing. Took a nap, and then I had to go out basically to dinner and do some shopping. And then I came home. It got late. Uploaded a couple of videos I wasn't able to upload earlier. And, well, this is all I have time to do, just this one video. So roughly tomorrow, it's going to be pretty busy with me tomorrow, discussing about 6 anime. Roughly 6 because you got One Piece, Spy X Family, Boruto, Girlfriend, The Great Job When Defeated, My Hero Academia. Along with these 6 is also the newest chapter, Black Clover, and I think that's it. Yeah, I'd say roughly about 7 videos hopefully be planned for tomorrow. It's going to be pretty busy for me tomorrow, and hopefully it'll come basically one at a time. Which one I'll start with tomorrow? I'm probably going to start with My Hero Academia first, do a review for that one. I may have a Comic Corner coming. Maybe. Depends. Probably will have time to do it when I get a chance to read these issues. Yep. But the next video. Bye.